Hello guys, welcome to our new tutorial on C++ programming. In the last tutorial we focused on some of the key aspects of C++ programming, like what is preprocessor, what are compilers, why we use include in the include in our programming, what is istream, what is conio.h, what are header files, and what is the function of the main program. So these are the definition, these are the aspects that we put emphasis in our last tutorials. And in the last one or two tutorial I told you how to proceed in our C++ programming, what is the basic structure, why it is bottom to top approach, and also we just started our first program or hello world program in the last tutorial. So let's now focus on our next program, in which we'll take the values from the user, and it's like an addition of a program. Simply we'll ask user to provide the input, and we'll just add two numbers, find out the average of these two numbers, and show the result on the screen. So let's start. Hash include istream. So here I already told you in our last tutorial, hash means directory, include, and istream. Istream means header file. So our preprocessor is giving instruction to compiler that before the actual compilation start, it needs to include some header files, because these header files contain the definition of the programs that we're gonna use in our programming. So hash include console input output.h. This conio.h contains a definition of get command, that is get character, and other cout and cin commands. Next, now using namespace standard. Here, why we are using namespace standard? Because sometimes there are more than two values with the same name in the same library or in the different library. So to differentiate them, we are using namespace standard. Here std is a namespace, so we are using these namespace standards in our programming so that we can differentiate the values from the others having the same name. Now add main. Our program should contain at least one main function, and this is the main function. This is the starting point of our program. The compiler will read everything from this main function, so we should include this, otherwise the program won't run. Now scope of the main function. Now before using any variables, any value that we wanna use in our program, we need to define the variables in the beginning of the program. So here let's take the float, float float num1 comma num2, this. So what that means, there are two variables, num1 and num2, and their data type is float, that it will contain the real values. Okay, now we again need float float. We can define these variable into a single line, but for our purpose I'm defining in another line. Average. Here sum and average will contain the values whose data type is float. It means it contains real values. Now we're gonna ask user to enter the first value. So first we'll print a statement to the user, and we are using cout function, cout keyword. This is put to operator. That means whatever is on the left side should be put on the right side. We'll ask user to enter the first number. This is a statement, so a statement should be end with semicolon in C++, otherwise it will be an error and it won't generate the result which you are seeking. Now when the user sees this first statement on the screen, that enter the first number, he will type, he will provide input to our program. How he will do it? For that, we use a keyword cin. This is get operator, means whatever on the right side should be passed to the left side. Okay, so cin means it's used basically for getting the input from the user. So user will type the first number, that is num1, which we already defined, semicolon. Now say out, enter the second number, enter the second number. Now cin num2. Now we already get the values from the user. Now we need to add these numbers and provide the answer to the output screen. How are we going to do that? Sum, that is our variable, equals num1 plus num2. That's it. Now average equals sum divided by 2. It's again a statement, so it should be ending with semicolon. Now we need to print these values on the screen. So to look better, we'll do something like this. The sum and what is that? Sum. Okay, now we want the solution, we want the average value to become in the next line. So for that we are using this value, that is n, \n. This will skip the content on the other side and pass the value to the next line. Okay, this is again a statement, so it should be ending with this. Now say out, average and it should be like average. That's it. Now our main function has a data type int, means our main function should return an integer type value. So we'll use a keyword return 0. At the successful execution of our program, the program should return 0 value. Okay, save it, compile it and run it. So enter the first number, that is 12. We'll take 12. Enter the second number, that is 13. Sum 50, 25 and average 12.5. And after the successful execution, our program is returning with the value 0. Now this is a successful execution of our program. Now press any key to continue. So this is our program. So it was quite easy, as if you go on through my previous section of the videos, you get to know some of the things which I'm using here, what are preprocessor, why hash is used, what are include, iostream, kernel.h. So it was quite easy. If you go with the flow, you'll get to know things better. So if you like this video, subscribe it and like it, and please comment below. So we'll see you in the next section. Thank you.